Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to In the Jenny's Corner, and welcome on Get Sense with a Jenny. I don't take your presence here for granted, and then when you come back and replay, I still appreciate you amazingly. So thank you so much for being here. How's your weekend going? How's everything going? My weekend started kind of busy yesterday, and today is going to be really busy, and tomorrow is going to be really busy. And some people have a holiday for Monday. I'm not sure what the holiday is about. I think it's Columbus Day. I wish I could get. I need an extra day. So how you guys all doing? Great, great. I hope so. Today I'm going to talk for like I'm hoping 20 minutes. 20 minutes max, 20 minutes. All right. So, how are you all? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Thank you for tuning in every single weekend, every single Saturday. Thank you for showing up on my Instagram channel for Mrs. Vivian. Didn't she do an amazing job? She did, didn't she? Thank you so much for supporting. All right, today's topic again, I always ask you, you're always wondering what I'm talking about, how the topic came about. And I mean, you've lost somebody, right? We're all still alive. You've lost somebody where, or not lost somebody, in your life, they must have asked you, somebody must have asked you the honor of writing a tribute, a eulogy, something, right? So it got me thinking, because I had to write for my dad, my grandma, my friend's dad, and so many other people, either a tribute for the birthdays or eulogy for whatever. So it had me researching to see, what's really the difference between a eulogy and a tribute. I mean, I know, but I wanted to make sure. So I went to Uncle Google. So eulogy is just a statement being made or written down for somebody who has died. That's eulogy. The person would have been dead for you to write a eulogy to. And then a tribute, you're alive or dead. So somebody comes and speaks about is a statement that is written or said about somebody who's dead or alive, right? So those are the two different ones. Eulogy, you got to be dead for somebody to write about you. Tribute, you can be dead or alive, and somebody comes and says things about you. So it got me thinking: if I stopped breathing, if I stopped breathing today, if I stopped breathing today, turn it off, Ariel. If I stopped breathing today, if you stopped, remember on this show, I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me. So moderator, let me just repeat that so you can put it down. Eulogy, you gotta be dead. Yes. Tribute, both ways, dead or alive. Somebody's saying something about you. So I want you to put eulogy is a statement that somebody gives about the dead, right? A tribute, whether you're dead or alive, something being said about you. Those are the two difference. So I was just wondering, right? It got me thinking, if your heart stops beating today, what will be said about you? How have you lived your life honestly, intentionally? What will be said about you if today your heart stopped beating? If my heart stopped beating today, what will be said about me? Because you will never go to a eulogy and somebody saying something negative. I mean, they have the jovial ones and the ones that are joke and the one-offs, right? But honestly speaking, honestly speaking, my mentor is here. She's always. I need to get her a gift for being. Normally, aside my moderator, she's always the first one. No matter how busy she is, she comes and she supports. And when she has, when she has 2 cents to contribute, or if she's not for my topic, or if she has an idea on the topic after the show, she calls me and she tells me for sure. That's when you know a real mentor. So I appreciate you, Vivian, every single time. So my question is, was eulogy or tribute? If your heart stopped beating today, what will be said about you? Honestly, what will be said about you? So in the business I'm in, we have the 5 F's, and I'll use that here because it kind of embodies. Oh my God, you guys stop the show. Stop the show. Guess who's on here? My husband is in the house. He's going to be like, just continue your show. Welcome, babe. Wow. Yay. Yay, me. Thank you, babe. All right. There's him with his handsome face and gap teeth. Do you guys see his gap teeth? All right. So let me continue with the show. Why I'm blushing. Don't make me laugh. I'm serious, babe. All right. So we're talking about eulogy and a tribute. In honesty from your heart of hearts, no jokes, jokes aside, if your heart stopped beating today, so you remember I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me. If my heart stopped beating today, your heart stopped beating today, you're not coming back to life, nothing. What will be said about you? And I was saying that in the business I'm in the new community that I'm in, that is so amazing. I think the whole world should be in it. That the 5 F's that we always that are like guiding principles of how you live your life. The 5 areas of your life that matter. Got your faith, your family, your finances, your hold on. Fitness and fun. So faith, family, finances, fitness, and fun. In all of those areas, in all of those 5 areas, what will people say about you? And that kind of guides you. The reason why I love the 5 F's is because it addresses everything. Number one is your faith. What do you believe in? Who do you believe in? How is your spiritual life? I'm working on mine. It's a daily process of working on yours, right? Is your belief. How is that? Because your faith should drive everything else. So that's number one. So, what will people say about you and your faith? Did you live a life that will make people say, ah, that one believes in God? That one is God's child, or like now say Nigeria. Um, 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 oh, I forgot what I was trying to say. They say in Nigeria, God Pekin. Are you God's child? Can people say, ah, that one is God's child? That one is God's Pekin? Would they say that about you? What about your family? In all honesty, what kind of a mother are you? What kind of a father are you? What kind of a person would they say? What kind of a person would your children really describe you as? Are you a fun parent? Are you a strict parent? Strict for nothing. Are you a parent that spends time knowing who your child is? What would the kids say about you? Right? Genuinely, honestly. And I'm going somewhere with this. So in your eulogy or your tribute, what is going to be said about you when you're gone? I mean, we can joke and say they can say whatever. I don't care. I'm dead anyway. No, that's your legacy. What will be said about you is what people saw you as. Do you understand? They shouldn't just say he was a rich guy. He was a poor guy. No. Yes, you're dead and gone, but you left offsprings here that will be proud to know that this human being that I idolized was this way. Like my dad, he wasn't perfect, but he was a perfect dad for me. He made sure he knew the kind of person I was. He never judged me. Maybe that's a good thing for some or not. But if something negative comes to him about me, he will first analyze it like, hey, Jenny, why did you do that? He will not say, like the typical Nigerian parents, how could you? Hey, and then judge me. He won't do that. He will make you know that what you did was wrong without making you feel like nothing. Nigerian parents, and I mean it, Nigerian parents, we have, because that's how we were raised and that's how our parents were raised, we tend to condemn the child first without really hearing, we hardly ever hear the side of the child. That's a whole nother topic. We hardly ever spend time to know who the child is and what they stand for. You understand what I'm saying? Thank you for blowing up the chat. If I'm making sense, I want to see hearts. I want to see hearts. I want to see love. I want to see so many things. This is very important. I don't know if it's important to you. It's important to me. In my research, in my definition, I can go to Google and define what eulogy is and what tribute is. But the detailed definition doesn't make sense until I break it down to layman's terms. All of us here are kids or parents, or we have young ones in our lives. What would your nieces and nephews say about you? What kind of person? If you're a business person, what kind of business person are you? If you're a leader, which every man should be, every woman should be, every human should be a leader, but unfortunately not everybody's a leader. What kind of a leader do you want to be? Excuse me. All right, excuse me. I have something's going on with me. Right? So we've covered faith. What would they say? What will God, let's say we're all going to heaven. When you get to heaven, how will God say, high five, you did it? Will God say that at all? Or will the devil embrace you? Let's say there's heaven and hell and all that good stuff, right? Me, I'm a Christian, so I will always talk about God here. And if you're not, I'm sorry. I always talk about my faith here. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ. So I will always talk about that here on my show because that's who drives me. I'm not quite there yet, but I'm hoping to get there every single day. But in your faith, thank you so much. Everybody else, where's the hearts? I want to see the hearts. I want to see the love. This is making sense because in on Get Sense with a Journey, we share nuggets here that we take back to lead our lives. The more I come here and talk, the more I'm trying to improve my own lives, the way I communicate, the way I see myself, the way I interact with my kids and everybody else. And it's changing me coming here every Saturday. I wish I could come here and talk every day, but I don't have that time. Seriously speaking. All right, so we've covered your faith, we've covered your family. What kind of a family person are you? Are you a core family person? What's important to you? Right? The people who you think are important to you, are you important to them equally? You know what I mean? Have you sat down to think about it? You know? So faith, family, all right, your finances. What would people say about your finances? Are you the kind of person that's put your house in order? Have you put your eggs in the important baskets that they should be in? Not in any baskets. Have you put your eggs? You even created an egg, Sif? Have you created an egg that you can use to put in the right baskets and create a legacy for your family when you're gone? While you're here, this I'm talking about being dead and being gone. Both of them, I'm combining both of them. What will people say about you now? Let's say it's not when you have a 40th birthday party and everybody's saying something nice to you. Sometimes when you read those things, it's not true. You're not a nice person. You're very arrogant. You're very negative or pessimistic, but you reading that should be able to change you, right? So we're talking about family, faith, finances. Are you what are you living if something should happen to you or while you're here? How do you spend time with your family? What do you do with your family? So if you have the finance part, everything you do is for your family, your core family. You know what I mean? Have you sat down to process it? What kind of a leader are you? What kind of a person are you? What do you say about yourself? If you had to talk about, I'm getting somewhere with this, and that's the last thing I'll give everybody an assignment to, right? What would you say about you in your faith? Aside people saying those things to you, what is going to be said about your faith, about your family, now about your finances? And then once you decide, you act. Nobody's coming to save you. You have to save yourself. Even the business we are in, nobody's going to come start spoon feeding you. You have to go. You have to run. If you have kids, you say you want to have kids, you have to make sure your kids are not suffering or your spouse is not suffering. If you're married, you're married, you're there. You guys make it work out. If you're not making it work out, then make a decision and you guys go live your lives. There's no time. There's no time, guys. Yesterday, I went to somebody's house and all the kids are grown, taller than me. I'm like, look at the time. When I met these kids, they were like 7 and 5 and, newborns. And now look at them. Time, as these kids are getting older, getting married and having kids, we are as well. All right. So we covered family, faith, family, finances, fitness. On this show every Saturday, I talk about losing weight. It's on my mind every day. So I had lost some weight. And then I went to the house I went to yesterday. There's no way I could have controlled. I mean, I'm not gonna see moi moi and porridge yam and badass goat meat that was amazing and all this good stuff. And I gotta eat salad. Say what you have. Anyway, so I had the porridge. Ah, Jenny and food. I ate the porridge jam. I ate it well. I'm like, we best not go die and say you won't starve yourself. I wasn't starving myself. I'm just trying to eat healthier. And I ate and I was full and I enjoyed the food. The food part, I enjoyed the food part that I ate. But I need to still watch out. If I ate porridge jam yesterday, then I should not eat anything carbohydrate. So just being wise in how you live your life. Period. So you too, without somebody coming to praise you, without somebody coming to say those things, you know for sure that yes, this is where you stand. It's not just praising yourself out of Okay, well, let me just praise my. No, you genuinely know that you're doing a good job in this thing. Think about it. What are your goals? What is your vision for your life? Are you living according to that or not? Or you just let things happen just because? If you let things happen, guess what? Anything will happen. And most times you won't be prepared for it. All right. Then the last part is fun. How do you have fun? A lot of people are living their life without really thinking about these things. Until I joined this community and I saw that the five F's is the guide, is what guides us, is what is what leads our lives. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's what leads our lives. So if you can put moderator, have you put all of the five F's? What they are? Okay, so okay, awesome. Thanks. Moderator. Thank you. Now, talking about eulogy and tribute, what will be if they had to talk about you right now and you had to weigh yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you what will you rate yourself from 1 to 10 in your family finances, in your faith family let me slow down. I get excited too much. Of 1 to 10, 1 being the least, 10 being the most. If you had to rate yourself how you're doing today, so you're not dead, you're alive. If you had to be weighed, scaled, or measured, not measured, what would you rate yourself in your faith, your family, your finances, your fitness, and your fun? For me, I know and some of them I'm not even halfway, and that's bad. But it's not bad for you to condemn yourself. It's bad for you to say, okay, this is what I need to do, and it's not being a churchgoer. It's not being a fantastic person at playing all the inspirational, motivational preaching sermons, everything on YouTube. You know, faith is activated through action. Hey, that came from nowhere. Through action. What are you doing on a daily basis that shows, that proves that there's that faith you're leading, right? So on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate yourself in your faith, your family, your finances, your fitness, and your fun? Fun, I'm telling you, playing with the kids on the floor, joking around with them, sometimes scaring them, watching a movie, doing stuff. There are some moneyless fun you can have with your kids. Do your kids even know you love them? It's not just saying I love you every day. In the acts, in the things you do on a daily basis, do they know for sure you love them? Do you unclench your butts and just jovially joke around with the kids? Let them know who you are and appreciate you for who you are. That way, as they're living their life as adults, they can remember those things that you did, those fun things that you did. Sometimes I'm cool with my kids. Sometimes I have to unclench as well to have them chill. Like, give you an example. My daughter wanted to go to a sleepover because I don't like sleepovers. I really don't. I think children should just go to each other's houses, stay there and come back home. Right? I never like it. You know? I don't I don't like it. But guess what? The parents had to call me and text me and talk about it. You know, we are safe, we're okay, we're this, we're that. And I let her go and she had a blast. For that, that means I had to unclench my butt so that she can just go and have fun. And she will never forget that experience. She had a blast. They had a tent out in their living room or outside their house. They had, even though bugs bit her and all those things, she had a blast. So if I not unclenched and if I not kind of laid off, she wouldn't have had fun. She would have missed out. So there's sometimes we just have to let some things go, leave our upbringing and stuff, and believe and just trust that it would all work out. And we kind of let the kids. Will the kids say we're fun, right? So let me see what Anna said. Anna, hey Anna, how are you? That's my cousin. She's amazing. She said, I forfeit say six, so but finances will not let. I mean, think about it. She's a pastor. Oh, that's my cousin. She's a pastor. So she, as a pastor, now them they're already at the 30. They will go past 1 to 10 and be pastor and be 30. But honestly, what's tribute? So my question to you, I know where I said 20 minutes, but I always go past that. So in all fairness, let me ask, the nuggets I was going to give today, I already put it in there, right? Is, on a serious note, being honest with yourself, leaving this show today, when if you had to scale yourself from a one being the least, 10 being the most, how would you rate yourself in your faith, family, finances, fitness, and fun? That's one. Number two, what will people say about you in all these areas of your life? Let me let that sink in. Let's be serious for a second. Now, when after you go past people saying those things about you, what do you say about yourself? If you had to write a tribute to your, let's leave eulogy because that's kind of on the other side, right? Let's focus on tributes. Now you're alive. Today you're alive. What would you write about you? Let's say you had to specifically write about your faith. Just four sentences in all of these areas. If you had to give yourself a tribute, because we hardly ever do. We hardly ever do. We hardly ever praise ourselves because man, no praise myself before they talk say, let me not praise myself before they say no. If you had to write, in fact, I challenge everybody today. Take a notebook. I always have a notebook here. I always have several notebooks here. Take a piece of paper, take a notebook, a clear piece of paper. And don't say, I beg, she's just talking. Don't say I'm not wasting my time doing that. Because if you don't write the tribute to yourself, why do you expect people want to write about you? If you don't take time to intentionally take a paper and pen to write your vision, to write your goals, to write all these things, why should they all come true? One. Two, if you cannot take the time to write it for yourself, why would somebody want to write it? So today, take a paper and pen. See, I always have paper. I always have books around me. If I show you all the books I have here, my husband will say, Jenny, well, he doesn't call me Jenny, he calls me babe. Babe, all the books, just don't even. Moderator, are you writing? I don't see anything I'm putting there. Give them assignment. Do you write anything? Yes. And also, if you can write a tribute to yourself, why will others, right? So the assignments for everybody. And once you do the assignment, right? Send me a DM. I'm gonna put this assignment on my Instagram, AJ the Great's Instagram handle. I'm gonna post it. Assignment for everybody. Write a tribute to you about you in all areas. So the assignment is this tribute you're writing. If you are not quite where you want to be, and that's the kicker. If you're not quite where you want to be, write the tribute that you've already arrived and surpassed that expectation. Do you guys get it? So pretty much you're writing to your, so Madonna, you got it? So write a tribute to yourself concerning all of these five F's, as if you hit all your dreams and your goals and you are living large and you accomplished your goals, so that at the end of the day, let's say you go to heaven and you meet God. God will say, well done, my awesome servant. I forgot that part. Welcome, my good and faithful servant, Abby. That God will be happy, that God will be proud. So write a tribute to yourself. You got it? Write it to yourself. Write a tribute to yourself concerning all the five F's, as if you already hit up. Oh, my moderator is Bay. She's a Bay. Can I say, oh, she's late? Should I say she's late? No? Okay, never mind. My moderator is, what is the new age word? She's bossing. No. You guys see what she said? She said, no, please no, because I mess up all their slangs. You guys get what I said? Let's put that assignment back up. I like that. You see what I love about this show? I have things to talk about, but somehow things speak to me. Things speak to me, or not things speak to me. I kind of flow the way it comes in my head, even though I have notes. And I think when I go back and listen to it, it's how I kind of wanted it to be. So on a more serious note, right, for everybody in here, I think we have 5 people in here and some in the bushes who are not showing themselves. First of all, thank you for being here. But the assignment is, on a serious note, let's be serious for 1 second. Write a tribute to yourself concerning all 5 F's we mentioned. In case you're new in the chat, moderator, please go back to the 5 F's. Moderator, here are the 5 F's. So write a tribute to yourself. Honestly, think about it. Do it with your spouse, your significant other, do it with your siblings, do it for yourself. If you're a student in school, think about it. You understand? I've always wondered, like people who are dead, right? I've always wondered if they just leave our bodies, right? And they're in spirit still with us, just watching us. I know it sounds creepy, but I'm always wondering. So you start imagining people watching you when you're sleep, when you're beating. Maybe only Jenny would think that. But seriously, I always wonder if, like my dad, when he passed away, yes, his spirit left his body. But I wonder if there are conditions that make wicked people turn to goats or rats, good people come back to relive the life, which people turn to flies who can keep killing them, they keep coming back. I don't know. It's just me. On a serious note. But that you leave your spirit leaves your body and you're still with the people you love, just kind of guiding them or watching them. So let's say this person is dead and they are watching themselves. I wonder, they are watching how their family members are getting on. I wonder if they are proud. And I wonder if they see what they could have done, should have done. You know what I mean? Just I always think such creepy things. But seriously speaking, I said yes now, if you are wicked on earth and you're killing people for no reason, if for a reason self, I think you should be like a turkey. So every Christmas, every what's it called, Thanksgiving, would they slice your neck, kind of chop you well, spit you out, pull you out, then you come back again, turn to fly your chicken. Sorry. It's a weird way, I think. And then if you're a good person, you come back as a little baby and you're nurtured by loving families. If you're a very stubborn person, you come back with square head or bicycle seat. I need to be serious. So write a tribute to yourself concerning the for all 5 F's as if you are already hit your goals and you're living your vision. And guess what this does? It gives you clarity to the legacy you're creating. Hey, woo! Because if you write this and you frame it and you put on your wall, or you create a Google document or a Microsoft Word, you can always add to it. I lost the weight I wanted to lose. I'm giving in my church. I'm on missions at my church. Genuinely, I'm teaching people about Jesus. I'm doing these things. That's your faith. I'm giving. I'm tithing. I'm doing all these things. I'm being grateful because my life keeps changing. That's your faith, right? And maybe you haven't started doing it yet, but you start to do it, right? And then in your family, you are loving, you are forgiving, you are a stand-up person, you have confidence, you know what I mean, you are you are creating cultures and traditions in your family to bring the family together. In your finances, you're taking steps, important steps in your family to ensure that in your finances, sorry, you're taking steps to ensure that you've created an egg that will live on even after you're gone. That's what we've lived our lives. So now, as we have kids, we are leaving them with generational wealth, not curses, not debts, right? Not confusion, but assurance, insurance with a definite plan for these kids, grandkids, great grandkids. I was asking my mom something. Does she know her great great grandmother? She doesn't, because her great great grandmother didn't do anything that made her stand out, because maybe she didn't get a chance to. Because in those days, the woman is just for the man. She does nothing. Only few women stood up. But now that we have a chance, put yourself, write that tribute to yourself to be a woman king. Have you guys seen the movie? I want to go and see it this weekend. That you created something, or you and your husband, or you and your wife, you've created something for your kids to see. That way they'll remember, oh, grandma Jenny, great grandma Jenny, great grandma, great 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 grandma Jenny, she set this up and we are living on it. They will still work hard, but you are not forgotten. In your health, in your fitness, if you don't work out every day, do jumping jacks. You're not deceiving anybody. Me, I'm not. I want to lose 100 pounds since how many years? It's not funny anymore. It's not funny anymore, guys. People are dying in their sleep. I'm not joking anymore. Let's be serious. People are dying in their sleep without a plan, without a will, without a conversation. It means a book quarrel with their husband and wife, go to sleep, and that's it. No chance, no time again. Once you're dead, that's it. They said the richest place on earth is the graveyard, because people died with their dreams still in them. They didn't explore them. So imagine those people in the cemetery, walking around in spirits, walking around, seeing some people have accomplished their goals. Most of them did not. That all those guys who get drunk and fall in the gutter and and break their head and die from there. That's all they remember, is the before they got drunk. And there's so many other lives they would have lived. Some people, some people who died are supposed to be presidents, are supposed to be something significant. So why can't we leave that significance now? So when you write that tribute to yourself, it gives you clarity to the legacy that you are creating and that you will create. It's not a joke anymore. Husband and wife should be team players, like hardcore team players. Yes, great grandma Hannah. What did she do? She established a bunch of things with us for us as a family through her finances. With her fitness, she was eating this kind of yogurt, this kind of salad. She was always working out. She was always running. She was always eating healthy. She always cooked healthy meals, whatever. And then fun, she always booked a trip for us to go here, or she always carries us on her back, or she always has us plans with her. What are those things you are doing for even your children to remember you? What will your kids tell their grandkids about you? Ooh, what are you telling yourself about you? When we start thinking that there's no time for depression, and you see where you're going, like I see what I'm doing wrong or what I'm not doing and what I need to do, it starts to combat all that self-doubt. And before, why am I looking at myself? Let me look at the camera. It starts to combat self-doubt, and you just go out and you do it. From now on, everybody on this chat, we are just do it people. Just do it. Just do it. It's positive, just do it. If it's negative, think about it, don't do it. But if it's positive, just do it. If what you want to do is for your future, for your betterment, for your growth, listen, just do it. Right? Let me ask you a question. When was the last time you read a book? I'm realizing now how, I mean, I've known it, but now I'm realizing how self development fixes all of this stuff. How do you want to develop? People have researched and written a book. They have shows on YouTube. How many times a day do you listen to something motivational, something inspirational, something that will take you to another level? Some people are stuck in their mindsets. Some people think like they've been thinking like this all their life. They have not opened their mind up. They just keep being clenched. Where this is what I know is what I know. What I know is what I know. No. What can you learn that would open your eyes to things that are positive and will mean you well? Do you understand what I'm saying? So please, I'm about to end the show, and I thank you guys for coming. It's serious for us to talk about, because it's worth taking time to ponder. I know you're on the go, you're on the go. Oh my God, I gotta go, I gotta go. No. What this thing you want to do, where is it heading? Where do you see it 10 years from now? If you want to be a millionaire, Are you thinking like a millionaire, or you're thinking like somebody who is still where they are? You can't be a millionaire if you're thinking how you were thinking, as opposed to thinking. The mind is amazing, but we don't use it. So if you die today, what will be said about you? While you're alive, what will be said about you? But most importantly, what do you say about yourself? I use the five F's as a guide. Ask your spouse, ask your best friend. You guys think about it. All right. So I appreciate you guys being here. Again, what's the assignment again? Let's go back to the assignment. That's the assignment for you. Write a tribute to yourself concerning all the five F's, as if you have already hit all your goals. All right. You guys have any questions? Anything? We're about to wrap it up. Any questions? Any praises? And I hardly ever say this, but honestly, I want to start doing that. If you're not subscribed to my channel, definitely subscribe if you enjoy our conversations. Or does anybody else want to come on? I haven't done that. If you want to come on and share one or two things, that would be nice. If not, that's okay. I'm going to start doing that too, where I can call people on and they can get into the studio and share one or two things, okay? Anybody? Going once? You want to come on board, come on the studio and say one or two things. If you don't volunteer, I'm going to volunteer somebody to come on and talk, say something about it. What do you think about writing or about the assignment? Thank you so much. Marita, are you showing everybody else's comments? I don't see some. Who wants to come on and share one or two things? If you don't come on, I'm going to pick somebody. I won't do that to you. Don't worry. I won't do that. Don't be scared. I won't do that to you. So Hannah says, I'm glad I didn't miss today. She said moose, but she meant miss. I'm glad that's why I say people just come on when you can on a Saturday. Every Saturday, same time. Just definitely jump on. It's like I said, I'm not an expert, but I'm expert in my experience and what I share. And everything I share here, I take it personal because it's like I said, I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me. If I don't if I just come here, I'm just yapping and just talking, then I shouldn't have a show at all. But when I say something that, I mean, as mothers, we don't think about these things. As adults, we don't think about these things. We're just like, wake up, be a mother, wake up, be a wife. But when we start intentionally doing it, then you start seeing the change. You know what I mean? It's not just waking up to clean all the time, too. Clean your house, have a clean house, but purposefully lead a life that is exemplary to, most importantly, your family, right? So do the assignment. Let me know on Instagram on my handle, Ejeni the Great, Ejeni underscore the Great. And let me know you've done it. Just say I've done it. Honestly, take a paper and pen, and write it out. And it's for you. Make it as pretty and nice as you want to. That way it guides you, right? I want to do these things for in my faith. Then go ahead and do it. I want to create, like for me, I've always dreamt of creating a war room. Create a war room where I take time to go pray. I have a routine for prayer. I'm not forced to pray. I'm not forced to go to church. I just want to go to church. And then in a time you're spending with your loved ones, whether it's your husband, your significant other, or your kids, being intentional about it in everything that you're doing. Because anything can happen. And you want people to remember, you know. My mentor says this has been an eye opener. I'm glad it has been. I'm glad through my research and thinking, and there's so many things out there searching for it. But I figured it's not just coming to give you definitions of both of them, but to challenge you to do that. Even though you don't use the paper and pen, put it on your phone, right? And in having fun, don't forget to have fun. My mentor says I'm the best. Yeah, 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 yeah. Where's Mr. Hope Gideon? I thought he wasn't here. Uncle Hope. My uncle is here as well. He's always here. Uncle Soje. Uncle Soje, what do you think? Thank you, Miss Vivian. Thank you so much. That's my mentor for life. When I say for life, we are tied on the hip, on the leg, on the arm. She's not gonna be here next week. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So yes, please take the assignment seriously and challenge your loved ones to do it too. So definitely subscribe, share the live to people who mean a lot to you and tell them to just watch. See, we've gone to 40 minutes when I said 20 minutes. Share the live. I'm going to start sharing nuggets as well. And share the lives to your friends. When they come on, they should leave a comment, not just a chat, they should leave a comment. Share the live, share the link to folks. You can see where you can share. Definitely go and give us a thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. And when you're watching my show, when you go back and watch my recipes, my food and all that, definitely give a thumbs up when you're watching and watch all the ads. Guess what? When you watch the ads, that's how we generate income here. You know what I mean? So we generate income so many ways, but when you watch the ads and all that, it helps us out as YouTubers and content creators and all that good stuff, right? So thank you all. Mwah, 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 mwah. Thank you all for coming. Thank you, Miss Vivian. Thank you, Hannah. I call her India. I love India better. Hannah, Pastor Hannah. Thank you so much for being here. My moderator of life, my daughter, she's amazing. My kids are just amazing. I love them so much. Tell your kids how amazing they are every day. Tell them how amazing. When they do something bad, tell them. But always tell them how amazing they are. Because if you don't tell them, who will? If you don't tell them how incredible, for the smallest thing they'll do, I'll give them hug and I'll praise them. Because who else will? Yes, they're supposed to wash the plates. But thank them for that. Don't you feel amazing when somebody comes and thanks you for something little? Right? Yeah. Be that grateful person that you're supposed to be to them as well, right? All right. So who else did I not thank? Who else is here? My husband came on. Thank you, babe, for coming. You're awesome. Uncle Sojay, thank you so much for being here. Where's Benny? I didn't see Benny here. Kai, my internet is acting up. All right. So thank you all so much. You are amazing. Ha! Bralade is here. That is our boundary queen. She's coming to the show very soon. Where is she at? She's coming on the show very soon. She's our boundaries. Listen, listen. She's so busy. Have you seen an engineer that is busy with plenty things? That's her. Always jovial. We dance. Whenever I was at occasions, we dance. She's an amazing person. I love you too. Thank you so much for being here. Brother Day, I think you just thank you so much. See what she said. Amen to from your from your mouth to God's ears. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Brother, did you see the assignment I gave you guys? Moderator, can you post the assignments? Moderator. Did you see the assignment? Thanks for coming, Bralade. Thanks everybody for being here. This show is 30 minutes long, but we always go for two. So, Bralade, here's the assignment. I hope you saw it. Benny is here. I would have said, where is she? Some people that are here, staple every Saturday. I appreciate you guys. You're so amazing. So here's the assignments that I gave everybody. Once you do it, intentionally do this. Send me a DM saying done. Don't say too much. Just say done. And I know that you did this. Why? Tell your significant other to do it. What do you want to be said about you? And here are the 5 F's. You guys know what it, moderator, 5 F's, please. 1 minute, 1 minute, we're leaving. Here are the 5 F's, right? We can change it if you want to, but these are the core areas of your life, like literally, right? And I believe in this. Since I got in here, I believe in this. I am all right. So do the assignment for yourself and think about people around you too, like your parents. Talk to them about it. What do they want to say about themselves? What do they want to be said about them? It's not, some people don't now use big grammar, big words. She was eloquently, strategically. But did you tell her that when she was alive? Did she know that she deserved to hear those big words when she was alive? Now you're writing big things when she's dead. Mm-mm. And then when you write these tributes, think about people around you and write about them too, and tell them or send them. Because when they are dead, they can't see it. Does that make sense? When they're dead, they can't see what you're writing. Did you make them feel that way? Did they know you felt that way about them while they're still living? Guys. So now, when you write this about yourself, what did I say? When you write these things about yourself, you give yourself the clarity of how you are and where you need work. See, adulthood is work. Oh, you're working at every point in time. You're working at, yes, you're working at every point in time. And what's our goal as parents, as individuals, as adults? Create a legacy. What's your mission statement? That's another show. What's your mission statement that is guiding you? Hi. Let me stop here, because if you leave me, I'll start talking plenty. All right. Thank you guys so much. I know, let me give you back your weekend. God bless you. God guide you. God lead you. God guard you. And all that's important to you. As you go about your day, so will his angels go with you, go ahead of you, and perfect all that concerns you. As you've been here today to support me and say these great words into my life, and I've said these things into your life, so shall it be. Amen. Eniola, yeah, 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 yeah. Eniola is my new friend. Came from Nigeria. She's leaving, and she's here supporting as well. God bless you, sister. God bless you. Yay! See, I have goosebumps. Every time I come on the show, I have goosebumps. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Again, don't forget to write this tribute. Don't forget it. You would see goosebump moments. Try it. Thank you. You guys have a good weekend. I'm just so happy for no reason. Oh, see the prayers. You guys don't make me emotional now. She said, "The Lord bless you and increase on every." Amen, and you as well. Thank you. Thank you. You guys have an amazing weekend and be safe. Thank you so much.